Give me a P. Yeah, P for podcast. That's where you are. Great to have you on board. Thank you, you beautiful things.
You've arrived here. Thank you so much for coming.
Speaking of beautiful things and also arriving, we spoke to Seb Guilhaus.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
All right.
Seb Guilhaus is just an absolute man who's carved out of marble, and you can find him if you're a big Onlyfans subscriber.
So this is very unfamiliar territory for me. And Seb, thank God, described all things OnlyFans, and it's pretty graphic.
Really, really graphic. Much more graphic than I thought it was.
Yep.
The absolute, pardon the words here, but the absolute ins and outs of it all. And also just how much money you can make from OnlyFans is outrageous.
That expression, ins and outs.
What's that?
Describe Seb and OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, it kind of works when you really think about it, doesn't it?
Does it though? Speaking of ins and outs, like football.
I was going to say, like, how is this a segue into the story about you at Port Adelaide training?
I know.
Outrageous.
So you're supposed to be my friend, yeah? Yeah?
Absolutely,
We're
I am.
friends? Yeah.
Yeah,
You got my back?
Ride or die, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, all
Yep.
that jazz.
So you're supposed to kind of look after me and stuff?
Of course.
Yep. So why?
6 days a week.
Why? When I was trying to film Port Adelaide training, you were kicking my tripod and walking in front of my camera and telling me to film people that shouldn't be filmed.
Because you were new to it, so this is you trying to work a camcorder, and I was giving you a crash course into what some potential hazards to look out for.
I just don't think it was conducive to good filming.
Okay, well, it's called tough love. Look it up. It's going to harden you over the journey.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of maybe some tough love that's needed, my 2-year-old
Oh, your
daughter.
daughter.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lotte.
Goodness me.
God love her.
What have your toddlers taken, and how much money have they cost you? Because we nearly had to fork out hundreds of dollars for this missing key, only to find that Lotte had placed it beautifully in the pantry under some chips.
And then what does she say?
She
goes,
said, when she was
"Oi."
asked what was there, she said, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mummy. Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, Daddy.
Enjoy the podcast. Appreciate you.
Okay, just taking a deep breath because I'm about to expose you for the jerk that you are.
What do you mean?
Oh, my God. There are some situations where your friends should have your back. Am I right?
Yeah, I've always got your back, bro.
Do you though?
I got you.
Do you?
I got you.
Do you though?
Yeah, of course, in every single situation.
Okay, so we're pretend sports reporters, you and I, aren't we?
What do you mean? I'm a full-blooded sports reporter.
Are you though?
I went to uni for almost half the time. Got through 2 years of uni.
So we had a situation the other day where I had to film port training. So Channel 10's been stripped back a little, just a little, and we have to film our own stuff. And so you were there, I was there, and we are filming port training. I'm a little bit triggered about it because I don't know how to work a camera.
Yes. Okay. No, you don't.
No.
Look, we've all got our strengths. I'll just jump in real quick here, Joes. We've all got our strengths. For example, I don't know social media. I don't even know how to post on Instagram.
No, you don't.
So I've got to go to the young'uns, and that is producer Zoe, and say, well, how do I do this? How do I put a story up here, Zoe? Watching you trying to work a camcorder
I know.
was just painful to watch.
It's unusual. So I rock up to Port Adelaide Football Club training. I'm trying to work the camera, a list of things that you did while I'm trying to film training to broadcast on Channel 10.
I was trying to guide you.
No, you weren't. You kicked my tripod.
I thought that there was a B on there.
No. Then you very casually did this thing where you walked into my shot.
Yes. My spatial awareness isn't where it should be.
Producer Zoe, he walked into my shot. I'm trying to get Travis Boak. Like, I'm trying to film him, and then this idiot walked into my shot.
I was getting a bit jealous. Spokey was getting all the airtime.
Yep. And then the final kicker was the fact that you said to me, make sure you get a shot of this guy. Because he might play. He might play on Saturday. he might play on Saturday. And I was like, oh, thanks so much, mate.
That was especially, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. Thanks for having my back. It was a guy that was never going to play a game of AFL.
He wasn't even on the list.
No.
So at Port, they have a couple of top-up players that train with the AFL guys. He's not even on the list. Even if they wanted him to play, you can't do it.
He made me shoot Neville in the stands.
Get a shot of that guy. He might play this weekend. It's Ken Hinkley. He's not playing. He's coaching.
Why can't you help me?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, tune into Channel 10 for all the latest Port Adelaide news.
Taboo. It's sweet as taboo.
Taboo.
Taboo Tuesday.
Taboo Topic Tuesday.
Jody and Hayesy's Taboo Topic Tuesday.
Well, Andrew, not often you do anything very nice for me, but you've brought in a delicious treat this morning.
Yeah, I really have. It's quite a big treat as well.
It is.
So this gentleman's name is Seb Guilhaus, and look, if you're familiar with so many different avenues, you're going to love Seb Guilhaus's work. Just to rattle off some things, 2020 season of maths. Also, Seb has had a really, really good solid career in the sample, played for a number of clubs. And also, if you're a fan of Onlyfans and you're into that sort of platform, does some very good work on there. Seb, good morning to you firstly.
Good morning, Hayesy. Good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
You've got such a huge resume. Firstly, when you introduce yourself to people, how do you introduce yourself?
It's usually I'm Sebotron from Onlyfans, SNFL, and other strange pursuits.
Sebotron. I didn't do you justice. I should have introduced you as Sebotron.
Oh, Cybertron. Okay, so I've just jumped on your Instagram.
Oh, dear.
And I might need a moment.
Yeah, so to describe Sebotron, not missing out when it comes to protein and getting that weight training in. You're in good nick.
Thank you. Yes, 35 years old. I'm trying to reverse the age at the moment.
Doing a good
day.
job of it. So at OnlyFans, at Seb's Rig, is that correct?
There's two.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's one that I started with my ex-girlfriend. Yes, we were sort of looking to explore everything to bring ourselves and particularly her out of our shell, as she sort of expressed it. And then there's another account which is more dedicated to what we call collaborations.
Yes. Right. bit of joint work.
Okay.
There, Jodes.
I don't trust myself to ask the next question, so you can.
Okay. On behalf of Jodie, just give her a bit of a crash course into what OnlyFans is.
Yes, I mean, OnlyFans, I guess, is a sort of a safe platform. You can use it for different things, but usually it's to explore the sexual realm, and you can do that in many different ways. There's creators, as we I guess call ourselves, who are there and they're sort of responding to requests and delivering what they think people want individually, or you can sort of bring other creators into it and sort of the world's your oyster in terms of creativity, I guess.
Wow.
So you actually get it on camera?
Yeah, you can, unless you're playing chess naked. I mean, collaboration can mean a lot of things, but usually it means you, for instance, I've gone interstate and I've teed up with a creator, and just based on interaction on social media, and we will plan out and we will film a scene, which is usually obviously fully sexually explicit scene.
Yeah.
With a videographer or with a static camera, and there's usually a narrative chucked in there. I guess that's where my screenwriting comes in. Spielberg's contacted, etc.
What was the last narrative?
The last narrative was a noise complaint. So I was the angry neighbour coming downstairs, which was actually out of the bathroom, but downstairs with the right camera angles.
Yeah.
And then there was two creators, lovely creators, dancing around beforehand, and I was furious, but I quickly changed my tone.
Didn't you go in a different direction?
Seb, I have so many more questions. Are you happy to stick around?
Yeah, absolutely.
He sounds convinced.
Let's get back to the Sebotron.
Taboo. It's sweet as taboo.
Taboo.
Taboo Tuesday.
Taboo Topic Tuesday.
Jody and Hayesy's Taboo Topic Tuesday.
Yes, this is Taboo Topic Tuesday, and we're speaking to an unbelievably chiseled gentleman by the name of Seb Guilhaus, who you probably would remember from season 2020 of Maths. Also, Sample Star, he's played for the Bays, he's played for the Dogs, also played for the Eagles. And we're probably delving into the line of him as an Onlyfans star. Now, Sebby, thank you for sticking around. You said that you've pulled back a little bit on this thing. Are you still going to keep this open as an option?
Yeah. Well, I've poured a lot of my energy into different realms, no pun intended. But I think there's some filming coming up, organised. One with one person, Hayley Vernon, who was on my season of Maths, which might kickstart it again. But I'm pursuing more of a mental health room, MCing type stuff at the moment, and some other business ventures, yeah. And I guess delving into that, I am taking on an MCing role for an upcoming fundraiser event for Headspace, which is a youth mental health charity. So that's coming up, and that's exciting.
Financial.
Yeah.
Can you make good money?
Yeah. So even up until, recently I haven't been hustling it too hard.
Yep.
It's a very lucrative business structure. So, at one point I was making between $3,000 and $5,000 a week. And that was, in terms of hours, and you translate that, it is very lucrative, but I've got friends, Tilds, Alex Page Moore, and they're making up to $1 million a year, if not more.
On OnlyFans?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's outrageous. How do you feel about doing that on camera? Are you okay? Are you comfortable with it?
It initially it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And then afterwards liberating, I guess. And I guess it's the notion of how it sits with your, morals, values, and how you identify with sex in general. It's extremely professional, so it is disconnected, compartmentalized in a sense, because obviously intimacy with relationships is one thing. This sort of stuff is, separate.
Yeah. And without getting too personal, you said your ex-girlfriend. Did this get in the way or not? Wasn't?
Oh, no. I wasn't doing this while I was with her.
Right.
No way. No. I'm very much monogamous when I'm in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
This was after that ended, yeah.
Okay.
Just jump on Seb Guilhaus's Instagram page, give him a follow and have a look. But I think you were carved directly out of marble and given as a gift from the gods. I think.
Do you know what's funny? He's got like a before and after shot here. I'll take the before and the after. That's not even bad. Oh my God.
So I just wonder as well, Seb, and it sounds like you're a confident guy. You've always been a confident guy and very well known for being extremely flamboyant, so likeable, all those types of things.
Thanks, Hayesy.
I just wonder, and I feel like that I've been in a situation, particularly early days on OnlyFans, where I'd be a little bit nervous and therefore I wouldn't be able to do the things required on camera, if you know what I mean.
Says the bloke who was wearing fishnet stockings and heels and budgie smugglers on stage on Friday.
But I would like to hope that if I was on OnlyFans, I wouldn't need 30 beers every time.
Well, yeah, you're right. And look, like I think I've been on a mission to battle my insecurities and my anxieties for a long time. So it's slowly becoming more and more conditioned, and that's sort of lessening. So yeah, I was terrified when I first started this, but then utterly liberated every time I sort of jumped so far out of my comfort zone. And I think that's sort of what I do in life now, repeatedly.
What's the feedback like?
The feedback.
Yeah. And so do you get feedback from mates or anything?
Yeah, I guess, it's all subjective, thank God. But the feedback's usually just, great job. Minute 4 minutes 20, that thrust was impeccable.
That's form. Seb, I have to say that's better feedback than I get from my husband. Seb, thank you so much for coming in this morning. It's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure. Seb.Guilhaus. Follow. 95,000 followers, Andrew Hayes.
All very, very
just
satisfying.
Shy of you, though.
Thanks, legend.
I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Is this more common than we think?
I don't know.
Do you think people, especially younger people, when you're supporting yourself going through university and all those types of things, do you think that they're doing OnlyFans on the side?
I'm so unsure about this. Yeah.
132410. Do you have an OnlyFans account? And is this much more common in society than we think? Because obviously, different stage of my life, but look, if I had my time again and this was available, I don't know.
Who's to say?
It's certainly an attractive option.
You're a good-looking man.
That's very nice of you. 132410. Chloe from Alberton. Good morning to you.
Good morning, guys.
So,
good morning.
Are you an OnlyFans star, or do you know of somebody?
Personally, I do not have one, but I know about 5 people in my life that are creators.
No.
Yes.
And so when you say creators, what does that mean?
So they create content either with their partner, or they are single and they go and find people to create content with, or they make solo content, all of a sexual nature, if you wish. And yeah, they just put it out there to the world and sell it.
There you go. So, and you've seen the content. What do you think about this with your friends?
I mean, good on them. They all look fantastic. They've all got great bodies. And they have the confidence to do that and not care who sees it, which I think good on them. So all of them have traits that if a family member saw it and it didn't have their face in it, they would still know it's them, like tattoos or anything like that. So I would never be able to do that. I'm covered in quite a few tattoos personally, and if my family ever saw that, I would be mortified. But, yes, they do great.
Goodness me.
There you go. Thank you so much for the call, Chloe. You're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. Congratulations.
That was so seamless.
Yeah, there you go. This is really, really intriguing stuff, because that's when you really got to test yourself. If your mum or your dad saw it,
I know.
would you be comfortable with it?
I know. I just have a rule in life, like never, ever put anything out there that you would feel uncomfortable about your parents seeing.
Well, that's a pretty good rule to go by.
Yeah.
13 24 10. Are you on OnlyFans? It's a broad call, particularly for the youngsters out there when you're trying to get yourself through university, all those types of things. Leah, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're going very well, thanks. This is a strange world for both of us. Are you an OnlyFans creator?
Yeah.
Oh, take us through it.
What do you really want to know?
Well,
Everything.
How did you get
Everything,
into it?
Leah.
How much money can you make? What's the address? No, I'm just kidding. Scrap that last question.
On a slow month, it can be around like $5,000. On a good month, it's looking around like 10, if not more.
What? That's amazing.
God. So, Leah, you've got a full-time job too?
Yes.
Okay. And so what sort of content are you creating, given the fact it's 8:43 and there are children in cars?
I would just say full content where your imagination would wander.
Right, yes. I'm not good with my imagination.
You were so high-pitched right then.
All right, so you're going to keep on doing it, Leah?
For a little while, like I'm anonymous, so I have a different online personality. I keep it separate from my work.
Right.
I keep it separate from my family and everything like that.
Okay.
So I'll do it for a little bit because it's really, really good money.
Yeah.
However, I can't imagine being like 50 and still on OnlyFans. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, by then you'll be living in some mansion with all the money you need.
It up.
Hey, so do your family know?
So my mum actually knows,
Right.
but besides that, no one else.
Yeah.
And she only knows because she was just asking me, like, how do you have all of this money? And I said, look, Mum, I'm going to be honest. I do OnlyFans.
And her thoughts?
At first, she was a little bit shocked, but then I just kind of explained, like, it's completely anonymous. You know, no one really knows who I am. I have tattoos, so I am identifiable, but, yeah, it's just the risk that you have to take. And after she saw that it was good money, she was like, okay, you do you.
Go. Hey, Leah, sorry, thank you so much for jumping on board and sharing this with us.
No worries. Thank you for talking this morning.
Wow. All right. Let's go to Mandy in Renown Park. Mandy, it sounds like you've had a crash course in OnlyFans as well.
I have, and I'm with you, Jodie. I had no clue. But, yes, the radio time, bro, explained it to me. And I'm like, oh, my God.
So your son...
Maybe I should do. Pardon?
Sorry, you just cut out there for a second.
Maybe
So your 15-year-old son explained to you exactly what's happening?
Yeah. He's like, Mum, you know, they make lots of money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my God, how do you know this stuff? And he's like, oh, Mum. And then I'm like, well, maybe I should look into that. He's like, nah, Mum, you're too old.
Wow.
There's no age limit.
Okay.
Just
Thank
go.
you, Mandy.
If you want our advice, Mandy, go for it.
No, God, no. Who would want to pay to see this whole thing?
I will. We'll pay. We'll send some money through.
Will we?
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.
Let's go to Candace. Hey, Candace.
Hey, guys.
All right. So you've been on OnlyFans?
No. I've got a great story of how things can slip up for someone if you're interested.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So I was friends with a girl, a mother. Well, she's got kids, and she did it as, let's make some extra money. Why not, right?
Yep.
If you want some extra money, let's do it. The first slip up was she has Snapchat. She added the OnlyFans account, created a Snapchat.
Right.
Then that sent out to all of her friends and family.
Oh, no.
We wanting to be very anonymous, by the way, so she didn't want people to know.
Yeah.
She's got stepchildren and it's just messy. Anyway, so that was the first thing that happened. And then she thought, okay, let's branch out to Reddit. Let's put some content on Reddit to try to draw people in.
Oh, boy.
Well, she's since decided to cancel OnlyFans because too many people knew it got messy, got ugly, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, it's still on the internet.
Yeah.
That those pictures and those quotes that she was trying to, get all this money, get all these men, women, whatever, it's still on the internet. So the digital footprint is such a serious thing that I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
I mean, good on people if they don't, care. I personally couldn't, but if you want to do it and you don't mind it to be out there for the world, why not? But when you really want to stay anonymous, this is a little bit scary.
It's a really, really good point. Something to absolutely think about because it's fun to live in the moment.
Yes.
But sometimes there can be consequences.
We all do things that are spontaneous, don't we, Andrew?
Oh, yes, we certainly do. Thank you so much for the calls this morning and a lot of texts coming through as well. This one from Carly in Parkholme. She said, morning, guys. I too looked to OnlyFans during COVID. I used to do sexy cooking tutorials, so I didn't make the money that some of the creators get, but it was enough to keep me busy and pay the bills.
Guys.
So it doesn't have to be hardcore stuff.
Guys, I'm just stirring the gravy.
Yeah. Is that getting you where you need to be? No, I'm still an awful cook. But some good text coming through.
Yeah. Jodie and Hayesy, I was an OnlyFans creator for about 3 years. I used to do this as a side hustle to my full-time job. I kept doing it as it made me around 10K a month.
Outrageous.
Oh, my God. I stopped once the requests started to get a bit more, for me, I don't know if I should say this.
Well, you've kind of come this far. You kind of have to.
I've committed.
Yes.
So many fans were requesting me to fart on camera.
What? Is that a thing? Who's out there, you sickos? Who's requesting that?
Who's asking that?
You're right. That is quite morbid.
Oh, my God.
How good's being a parent?
I know.
Oh,
so good.
The joys.
It's so good today because they're going back to school.
Yes.
That's the best part.
Hallelujah. I mean, we'll miss you. We will miss you.
I love you so much, darling. I love you. I can't. Oh, my gosh. Get into the schoolyard.
Why are we getting to school early, Mum and Dad? So you want to catch up with your friends.
Mum, it's 5:30. Okay, I don't care.
It's
Off
still dark. I want to stay in bed. Go to school. So we have a toddler at home, Lotte, who is 2.5 now and really going through some stuff.
Can I describe Lotte?
Yeah, sure.
She's glorious.
Is she?
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful, but she's also the devil's spawn.
Yeah. It's like 50-50, isn't it?
Yep.
It's like 1 minute she's an absolute angel, next minute she gets in touch with her darker side.
Yes.
So my wife, Cara, we've just got a new car.
Yep.
And the spare key, which we've since found out costs a lot of money to replace, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Straight away, bang, spare key goes missing.
Oh, no.
Completely goes missing. And my wife's like this, I'm like this. If you're like this as well, we'd love to hear from you, 13 24 10. Do you get in the zone when you lose something where it turns into the most important thing on the planet?
Like, it's all consuming.
Oh,
Nothing
my
else
gosh.
matters in the whole entire world than finding the thing that you've lost.
Yes. So every few months I lose my glasses.
Yeah.
And it's like the most important thing that's ever happened.
Your sunglasses.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
I've
not-
gone through a lot of sunnies.
They're not-
Usually leave them on top of the car.
They're not that good.
Nah, what? Sorry? All good. I'll lose them in a couple of months and get a new pair. Just mix it up. So these keys went missing, and they've gone missing for a good couple of days and started going, where are they? Clearly one of the kids is taken. We've got a 5-year-old son, Henry, as well.
Yep.
And bless him, we'd convinced him, I reckon, that he took it. He's like going, Henry, where is the key? Did you take it? He's going, oh, yeah, I think so. I don't know where I put it. Like, well, remember, Henry, I can't remember.
Oh, poor
Anyway,
Henry.
so 2 days later, after Cara has spoken to 3 businesses which he's visited, thinking, oh, maybe I've just left it there.
Yeah.
Almost conceding defeat.
Yeah.
Forking out hundreds of dollars for these new keys. I pick up some chips down the bottom of the cupboard. Underneath the chips, there's the key. Oh, wow. Now, who would have put it there? I wonder who's put it there.
Got one word to say to you. Lotte.
And look, if it wasn't a giveaway itself that it's about 20 centimetres off the ground, the next giveaway was the keys were situated next to a mini bubble blower and also a mini Barbie doll. So she'd stashed them quite beautifully, and then finally Cara hit her up about it. Lotte, did you put the keys there? And her response, yeah. And then straight away, sorry, Mummy.
Sorry, Mummy.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry for causing you 48 hours of the most stressful time of your life.
So this was Cara was about to fork over hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
For this spare key.
Yeah.
13 24 10. What's your toddler cost you? Because our friends as well left an engagement ring and a wedding ring on the bench top table in the kitchen.
Yep.
Gone one morning. It's never returned.
Oh, no.
So clearly they had 2 toddlers at the time. Clearly one of them had taken it. It never came back.
Can I quickly tell you that we had a situation where we had our car, it was a Volkswagen down at Middleton. We've got a place down there. And I took Harper for a walk in the pram and she had the keys in her hand. Never to be seen again. That Volkswagen sat there for a month while we had to order new keys from Germany. Yeah. From Germany at a cost of, hundreds of...
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes a little trip from overseas, and no doubt Harper was like, I just thought that some of the fish in the ocean would like to borrow the car, so I handed it to them.
So I just tossed them over, casually.
13 24 10. What has your toddler cost you? Oh, bless them, though.
Bless them. We love them. Oh, God, we love them so much.
Nothing beats a cosy winter getaway or escaping to a tropical paradise.
If you're thinking about an early winter escape, whatif.com has just the place.
Check out great accommodation deals across Australia on the What If app.
What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Just wondering how much your parents spent on your education for you to get to this place.
Free of charge. It's about the experience. You can't put a number on happiness and the experience, can you?
No, you can't. Okay.
And luckily as well when you've got toddlers, because sometimes they just chuck your stuff out for no particular reason.
Oh, my giddy aunt. Do they? Let's go to Ashley from Seaford Rise. Morning, Ashley.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Really well, thank you. How much did your toddler cost you?
They cost me $200. You know how you get like money in a birthday card, like for your birthday and for Christmas and things like that?
Of course.
I had $200 in a card from my nana, and we left the card on the bench, and we came back an hour or two later and it was gone, and we still hadn't found it.
Oh, yep. Just binned it.
Card and money gone, and I reckon one of my toddlers had binned it.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And they'll keep that information. They'll take it to the grave.
They will take it to the grave.
We did ask them, but none of them have ever owned up to it.
Have they not? Oh, no, Ashley. Thank you. Tana from Morford Vale. Hey.
Good morning, Jodie and Hayesy. A couple of $100. My daughter had a guns petty, lost it, searched high and low. I was freaking out. It was hysterical, put her in bed, quickly jumped online. All right, how much is this beast of a teddy going to cost me to replace? You can only buy them from the UK, £90.
Oh, £90. So that's the classy ones, the really special ones, the Peter Gunn ones.
Yep. And I was devastated. She was devastated. Opened up the washing machine. There he was.
Oh.
I lost him.
He was just having a bit of a
Just
wash.
having a wash.
He had some paint on him. I cleaned him on a quick cycle, ready for him to bedtime. Boom, lost him. Totally forgot, put him in there.
There you go. It's easy. It all comes back around.
That's times 2.5, isn't it?
Yes.
Australian. So
Yeah.
90, they're about 260.
I think so, yes. There's some quick maths for you there as well. Let's wrap this up with Sarah and Darlington. Sarah, what did your toddler swap?
Okay, so it was diamond earrings and my anniversary ring. My son Slay thought he called them shinies, and I had them in a box, and we used to have a garbage disposal, chute. Shinies went in the garbage disposal.
Oh,
Gone.
goodness. So they just never got them back.
No.
So
No, never replaced either, so that was fun.
that's not even the money. It's the, sentiment of the whole thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Also a couple of mobile phones in the toilet, but hey, who's counting?
Yeah, that's good. How good are kids, Sarah?
Yeah,
So
we
happy.
love
Oh,
kids.
great.
Oh, my God. So
we
good.
really love them.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
Happy Tuesday, my unknowledgeable history friends. It's time for you to inject yourself into Knowledge Town when it comes to history.
Yeah, okay. And who's the mayor of Knowledge Town?
Oh, that would be me. Yes, I am your leader in this department. It is the 2nd of May, so let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's go back to 2008. First film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe released, Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. I don't understand Iron Man.
Me either.
Have you watched it before?
Never.
Yeah, it's strange.
I don't do that sort of weird kind of superhero.
Whoa, my goodness gracious. And Iron Man says such nice things about you. So here's the thing about Iron Man, some of those other movies, you're like, oh my God, who would watch this? And then the next report is like, it just grossed $1 billion.
Oh, no. So everyone else on the planet except for us.
2012 Barcelona football player Leo Messi breaks the European goal scoring record with 68 goals.
Forward thinking here, Messi is away from De Silva. Brilliant finish.
We may never see someone like Messi ever again.
No. Is he retired yet or is he still going?
Still going.
Okay.
And still amazing. Very compact too. Not tall in stature, but so very, very compact.
You are not on SEN now.
What are we talking about? Still talking about Messi or what? Come on, clean it up. 2019, drone delivers a kidney for transplant surgery in Baltimore. Go the Ravens. Maryland for the first time. What are you having for lunch? Oh, I'm just getting some Zambreros. How are you going to get it? Uber Eats. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just getting a kidney transplant. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm just going to have a drone delivered. Same sort of stuff. A drone-delivered kidney transplant.
Oh, my God.
I never thought I'd see the day.
No, me either.
2019, the cast of The Big Bang Theory are the first TV actors to be immortalised in cement outside Hollywood's Chinese Theatre in Los Angeles.
How exciting.
What a phenomenon The Big Bang Theory was. Like, bunch of nerds, you're like, is this going to work? Absolutely it does.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
And I think everyone knows a Sheldon.
Once again, I've never watched an episode.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, then let's just swiftly move on. It's one of the biggest shows on the planet. That's all good.
Yeah, right.
And saying that, I can't name any of the other characters. Number one song on May the 2nd in 2013 was Geronimo by Shepherd. The guys from Brisbane
Yeah, right.
doing their thing. One of them's got aqua hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
Aqua-coloured hair.
Here's a fact for you: she's very big on the socials with body image, etc. And
Well,
I
there you
love
go.
that for her.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Good stuff.
Can you feel it? The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. I just got valuable info. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
This is actually a genuinely really hard one to talk about. So, the body of MasterChef star Jock Zonfrillo was discovered by police at 2 a.m. on Monday at a hotel in Melbourne on one of the most famous streets. He died in Melbourne in the early hours. He's survived by his wife Lauren and 4 children, Ava, Sophie, Alfie and Isla. Police were sent to the hotel on Lygon Street to perform a welfare check before they made the discovery. Have a listen.
My family life is so important to me. I've got an amazing wife. I've got these amazing children who I'm super connected and close to. I've arrived at this moment in my life where I feel like I've won a gold medal.
That's a big shock. Absolute shockwaves through the media industry yesterday. I think the big one as well is that he leaves behind so many little kids.
Yes.
And that's when, if you've got kids, you can start to put yourself in that situation, what it would be like for them. And that's what really connects with me.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So, 46.
It's too early. It's ridiculous.
It's far too early. I think he has had a well-documented battle with drugs and alcohol, and so yeah, really sad stuff for for him and his family. So Andrew Dillon will officially become AFL's new CEO, ending a 538-day handover from predecessor Gil McLachlan. So the path to find the next boss has been pretty arduous. Here he is talking about the stress involved in running the league.
Yes, well, it's just what I did like from Andrew Dillon as well, in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in the AFL system for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Which apparently is nothing when compared to coaching his under-13 girls team.
I've run an Auskick centre. I've been an assistant coach at senior level for the old Zavs, and I coached junior girls footy at the Q Comets for 5 years. And I can tell you that in my 23 years at the AFL, there has been no tougher job than trying to run a training session on a Friday afternoon for an under-13 girls team.
He's ready. He's ready.
I can agree. I mean, I've coached young kids playing netball, and I can tell you there is nothing harder. Nothing harder.
What, because they won't listen, or...?
They don't listen.
Because you aggressively want them to win.
Because I am genuinely really, really, really competitive. So, yeah.
Because you're like, I didn't quite make it to the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
But the next best thing is my daughter's going that way.
And I am going to take my frustration out on you. That's it. Russell Crowe has weighed in on the need for the monarchy. Did I say that right?
Monarchy?
As the world eagerly awaits King Charles' coronation, the 59-year-old has met several of the royals during his legendary acting career and says Charles is a good bloke, but we don't need a king.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, it's very hypocritical from Russell Crowe. I mean, listen to this.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, King Charles, father to a murdered son.
He's pledged his allegiance a long time ago.
What's wrong with you, Russell? God, Russell.
Yeah.
Hate that from you.
Big show coming up tomorrow. Special guest announcement just after 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be huge.
Yes. We need to talk about people who don't say thank you in traffic as well tomorrow.
Yep. And there's a good movement. There's a good, solid movement.
So mad.
Yes. All right.
If I let you in, thank me.
There's either two ways you go in this, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful and lovely, or extremely aggressive.
I know. It's
There's nowhere in between.
Yeah, no.